Hey everyone, today I'll be sharing details about the new student visa policies announced in September. For many people, a student visa is their stepping stone to becoming a permanent resident PR in Canada. This is especially true for older immigrants, as many of them enter Canada through a student visa. Once they get a Canadian degree, they apply for the post-graduation work permit PGWP, find a job, and gain local work experience. This education and experience help them earn extra points for immigration. So, what's changed with this pathway under the new policy? First, PGWP application requirements have become stricter. Starting November 1, 2024, bachelor's, master's, and doctoral programs won't have restrictions on their fields of study, but you'll need a language score of CLB 7 English or French. For programs below a bachelor's degree at universities, only 5 specific fields will be eligible for PGWP. You'll also need a language score of CLB 7 English or French. For college programs, only 5 specific fields will be eligible for PGWP, and the language requirement is CLB 5 English or French. 5 eligible fields are agriculture and agri-food, healthcare science, technology, engineering, and math, STEM, trades, transportation. If you're already studying in Canada, your field of study doesn't matter for PGWP. Only thing you need is the new language requirement. If you're planning to come to Canada for studies in the future, make sure you plan well. Getting a PGWP is highly beneficial for immigration as it helps you earn points for work experience and gives you more time to settle in. The second change is related to spousal work permits. If you're pursuing a master's program, the program now needs to be at least 16 months long for your spouse to qualify for an open work permit. So, the plan for couples to get PR together is still possible, but you can no longer choose college or bachelor's programs for this. The third change is about reducing the number of temporary residents and student visas. The goal is to bring the percentage of temporary residents down from 6.5% to 5% of Canada's population. In 2025 and 2026, the plan is to issue only 437,000 student visas, which is 10% fewer than in 2024. I mentioned this in my previous video about the best timing for immigrating to Canada, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. The fourth change is a new requirement for master's and doctoral students to provide provincial authorization. The number of master's and doctoral students will also be reduced, included in the overall 437,000 student visas for 2025 and 2026. They'll make up about 12% of that total, and they'll need to submit provincial authorization. There's also a major change for work permit holders. The rules for spousal work permits are stricter. Now, only spouses in management and high-demand occupations can apply. I'll cover more details in the next video about how work permit holders can effectively get PR, and I'll dive into OMIA Labor Market Impact Assessment, IC Working Holiday, and RO-recognized organizations. Now that we've covered the new student visa policies, some friends have 2 questions they want to know about. The first question, is the 1+1 study plan still possible? The answer is yes, it's still valid, but make sure each program you take is at least 8 months long. And under the new rules, if your degree is below a master's, be sure your program is in one of the 5 eligible fields. Another key point is that you need to enroll in your second program within 90 days of completing the first one. The second question, can a couple still get PR if one person studies and the other works? As I mentioned earlier in the new policies, if you're studying a master's program that's at least 16 months long, your spouse is eligible to apply for an open work permit, so it's still possible. But if you're studying below a master's level, your spouse won't be able to get a work permit during your studies. In that case, they'll need to find their own way to get a work visa. That's it for today's updates. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover, feel free to leave a comment. Everyone's journey is different, so I don't give specific advice in these videos, but I'm happy to help analyze your situation and find the best solution together. Please remember to subscribe and share this video with your friends who are working towards PR. See you next time.